In my opinion, SureCart is the best software for creating websites that sell digital products or physical products. It's lightweight and very powerful. The challenge is, if you're new to this software, you'll need to learn how to use it and so on. So the idea with this video is to give you a masterclass. I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know about SureCart to get you up and running super fast. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is to install WordPress. So I'm using a service called ZipWP. This allows me to create websites super fast without the need of a hosting company. All right, so we're going to come over here to all sites, and then I'm just going to click on create new to create my brand new site. Now this is going to be a blank site, so I'm going to select that, and then I'm just going to call this SureCart Masterclass. Create site, and just like that, my website is ready. So now I can log in. So the first thing I'm going to do here is to install a brand new theme. So I'm going to come over here to appearance, click on themes, click on add new. Now the theme I'm going to install is called Astra. It's very lightweight and it is well designed. So you can see here is one of the most popular ones, and I'm going to click here on install. And by the way, it's absolutely free. The only time you need to pay is if you need the extra features. So now I'm going to go ahead and activate it. All right, great. The next thing I'm going to do is to install a plugin called Spectra, because this allows us to add more modules to the default Gutenberg blocks. So let's go ahead and do that by coming over here to plugins and then clicking on add new. So I'm going to click on search, and here it is, and then activate. So what we're going to do next is to install our SureCart plugin. Installing it is very easy. All you have to do is to come over here to plugins and then click on add new. So we search for it. So the first thing that grabs your attention is the active installs and the 5-star reviews, 163 of them. This is very, very impressive. All right, let's go ahead and click on install now, and then I'm going to activate. So now that we have SureCart installed, on the left here, you're going to notice an entry. So what we need to do here is to click on get started so we can get started with SureCart. So what we need to do here is to go through the setup process. So here you can see it says create a new store, and this is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to click here on this big button here. Now here is where you can add your brand color. So if you have a specific brand color, you can just come over here and add it. So let me just go ahead and add this as our brand color. Next, we have our store currency. I'm going to leave this at United States dollar, but if you have a specific country you're from, you can just enter it over here. And you can see there's quite a lot of companies here. I mean, countries, sorry, not companies. All right, so click on continue. Now here it's asking us to start from scratch or to start with demo products. So I'm going to assume that you want to see how this is done from scratch. So let's go ahead and start from scratch. Let's click on continue. So here's my email address for my store notifications. Now this email address is also for my paid option, but I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. And just like that, my store has already been set up. So let's see what changes have been done to our website so far. If I come now onto my main website here and refresh this page, now notice what happens. So far, we just have one page on our menu. So I'm going to refresh this. And now you notice that we have the checkout, the dashboard, and the shop added for us. Okay, so let's go back over here and add our first product. So I want to show you how easy it is to do that. So let's click on add product. So let's call this my first physical product. Let's go ahead and click on create. So over here, we can add our description. So I'm going to go ahead and paste it. So now that we've added our description, the next part is the images. So I'm going to click on add. Now notice what happens. It's asking me now to complete the setup. So I'm going to click on complete setup. So this is where now we get to register our store with the SureCart website. So now you can see we're on the actual website, app.surecart.com. So in my case, I have an account with SureCart, but in your case, you would need to come over here, add your first name, email address, and password, and then sign up. It's absolutely free. All right, so in my case, I'm going to go ahead and continue with Google, and then I'm going to choose my account here. So there we go. The store name is SureCart Masterclass. This is the store URL, and so on. Click on next. So this is where now we get to connect our payment gateways. So there's Stripe, PayPal, and Molly. So for this example here, I just want to show you how easy it is to do this. Now, beforehand, you would need to have a Stripe account and or a PayPal account, or even Molly if you do have that one. So I have Stripe and PayPal, but I'm just going to show you how to connect Stripe. So I'm going to click on connect. So here's my account here. Click on connect. So now you can see that it has been enabled. If you wanted to connect PayPal, you can go ahead and do that. But now I'm going to click on next step. and pretty much I'm good to go. It's asking me now to go back to WordPress. So we've set up our connection with our payment gateway. Now let's go back to WordPress. So what we notice right away is Shortcard now has added a dashboard. So this is the dashboard now. It's telling us our setup is complete. And over here we have connect payment gateways, create products, and so on. But the most important thing is we have a bird's eye view of all our stats, what's pretty much going on our store. And this is pretty cool, but we are going to come back to this at a later stage. Now remember, we were creating products. So I'm going to come back over here to products and continue adding that product which we were working on. And you can see it's right here. Next, I'm going to click on edit. Now remember, we wanted to add an image. So now I can click on add, upload media. And this is the product I'm going to add. Double click on that. Now you may find this a bit confusing. Normally you would just come over here and click on choose files. But in this case, you need to first click on it and then you can click on choose one file. So now our image has been added. Now let's move on to the next part, which is the pricing. So to add our pricing is very easy. Just click on add price. Now the most exciting part here is we have so many ways or so many different types of pricing options. So here we can add this as basic. So this is just a one-off, normally what you'd get on a shop, an online shop. And this is a one-time payment. But notice that we have an installment payment option. We also have a subscription. So I'm going to leave this as one time. Next, I'm going to add my price here. So let's say those shoes, they cost 97. And let's add our compare price here. So let's go with 67. Now we also have the option to allow customers to pay what they want. Of course, we don't want that. We also have the expire access. Of course, we don't want that too. So this is just a single product where someone can go in and just pay it. All right, so let's click on create price. Oops. Now this price here needs to be more than this price here because this is the original price and this is the sale price. Okay, so let's add 177, create price. There we go. So now the 177 is crossed out and we have 97. Fantastic. So we also have an option to add another price. So if you wanted to add some installments here, we could go in here and add our installments, but we're just going to leave this as it is with one price, but the option is there. Okay. Inventory, we can track our quantity here. So available stock, let's say there's 70. Allow out of stock selling, like we can add this. And store keeping units, we can just add it as SH00. Now, if we wanted to add some variants here, we could do that by just clicking on this plus button. So here it could be color, and then we can say blue, red, green. So as you can see, it's very, very easy to use. If you want to move these around, you can obviously just drag and drop them. And then if you're done, you can just click on done. And now it's asking us the availability. So the quantity here, it's saying zero available. So we can add the amounts. So let's say there's 6 here and there's 56. Now, in this case, we don't need to add any downloads here and there's no need for licensing, but of course the option is there. And I think we are pretty much done. So here we need to make sure that this is set as a physical product and we can add our shipping weight here if we need to. And if you click here on this drop down, we also have kilograms if you use kilograms or grams. So let's say this is 800 grams. You can just add your value over here. Now, if you want to add your tax, you can just add your tax as well. Collections, you can add your collection. And you can also limit per customer purchase. This is also a very good feature. So now that we have all the details about our first product, I'm going to click here on Save Product. Now let's take a look at our first product by coming over here to our site. We're going to refresh it. We're going to come over here to the shop and you can see our first product is right here. It's a very clean interface. And if we had multiple products here, we can come over here and search. Okay, now let me click on the product so we can see what the product page looks like since we added a description, the product name, and so on. So now you can see that we have our image here. We also have our pricing, we have our description, and we also have our color. Look at that. So we can choose the color that we want. These are the variants, and we can also add the quantity that we need to buy. So now that we have our simple product page, let's see what happens if we try to add to cart. So I'm going to click on add to cart. Now notice that we have this flyout here. I really like this because if we had any coupon codes, we can add them here. And from this page, we can go straight to our checkout. So remember, I signed up with Stripe. So that means my customers can come over here and enter their card details, their address, the name, and the email address. And over here, I can make a few adjustments. I can reduce this to one product and this will automatically update. Okay, now let's go back. And this time we need to add another product, but this time the product is going to be a digital product. So we're going to click on add new product name, click on create. So here's our description. We're going to add our image. So we're going to choose our image here, choose file. Now we're going to pretend this is about how to cook beef. So I have my beef image here. So this time we're going to add our price by coming over here. So for the sake of this, let's call this monthly. Click on this drop down, subscription. So here we're going to say repeat every month, but if you want to change this, you can repeat every day, every week, or every year. So I'm going to set this to $19 a month. If you had a compare price, maybe it's a discount, it's $29. You can allow for a free trial if you need to by coming over here, and we can say maybe 7 days free trial. You can also set up a free account or discount or allow customers to pay what they want. But I want to keep it like this. Click on create price. Now, since this is a digital product, there's no need for a stock keeping unit. We might as well just skip this. Okay, so this is the part where we can add the digital product. So this could be a piece of software, a download, whatever it is. So you can just add it by clicking here. This could be an external link, or you can secure the storage. So I can click here, upload the media file, and then save it on my website. You don't need licensing, but if you had some sort of a software that you need to update, you can come over here and set your activation limits, and you can also add your current release, and pretty much we're good to go. Now over here on the right, it's set to digital product or service, which is fantastic. We don't need to add the tags, the collections, and so on. So we are good to go. I'm going to click now on save and publish. Now, before I do that, I just want to show you that we can also add another pricing structure here. So if I click on add price, so let's say this could be also a one-off. So I could just say basic, one time, and this is, let's say $199, create price. So all the way up here to the top, I'm going to say save and publish, but we also have an option here to set this as featured. So let's save and publish. So now when we go back to our shop, we're going to notice that we're going to have two products and one of them is featured, which is this one right here. So now when I click on my digital product, notice that I have two payment options. So here we have the monthly, or we can choose the basic. And as soon as I've chosen the basic, you can see on the top here, the price has changed to $199. So this is a really cool feature. And then again, you can just click on add to cart, or you can just go ahead and click on buy now, and this will take you to your checkout page. So next, I want to show you how to add a coupon code. So I'm going to come over here to coupons. So let's say you're running a promotion for Black Friday. You can just click on add new. Coupon name is Black Friday. So the code is going to be BLK50 for 50% off. But of course, you can set whatever percentage you want, and you can name this whatever you want. Okay, so now it's saying limit to a specific customer. So this could be any customer, but if you want to go in and give this offer to specific customers, you can go ahead and do that. Link to affiliates. Now I'm not going to do that. And then over here, product restrictions. Since we have two products, if I come over here, I can search for my digital product here and specify that that's where the offer is going to be. But I'm going to leave this open as well. Now over here on the amount, I'm going to set it to percentage, and then I can say percentage off 50. But if it's a specific fixed amount, you can come over here and specify what amount it is. All right, so now it's saying discount duration is once, forever, repeating, and so on. So I'm going to leave it at once. So maybe you don't want customers to share this coupon code, so you can limit this if you need to. But customer minimum order, for the total, maybe that's when you want to apply the coupon code. You can add it over here. If you want to add an end date, you can also go ahead and do that. And we have a nice calendar here. You can go ahead and add your end date, and pretty much you're good to go. You can create your coupon just like that. Now remember, it's BLK50. So now let's test it and see if this is working. So let's go to our physical product here. So what we're going to do, we're going to add it to cart. And then over here now, we have the ability to enter our coupon code, which is BLK50. If I click on apply, you're going to notice now that this discount is going to apply, and you can see now it is 50% off. So this definitely works, and our system here will be able to track it and pretty much see how this is performing. So now let's take a look at our stats. So over here, I'm on my subscriptions. So this is where I can see my insights to my subscriptions. So if I want to take a look at my cancellations, I can just click on cancellations, and this will show me how many users have canceled, and I can also get to see all the users over here. Now we also have this subscription saver. Now this is a paid option. So if I click over here, you're going to notice that it's going to take me to this page right here where I can choose the paid options. But with the free version, you can get to set up your physical and digital products, subscriptions and installments, free paid trials and setup fees, auto payment recoveries. I mean, you can do quite a lot. And there's also cart abandonment, which is something that we need to take a look at in a moment. All right, so the next step now is to take a look at our options over here on the products. Now, what I'm going to discuss now is for paid options, okay? So here we have our collections, we also have order bumps and also upsells. So let's create an order bump by coming over here. So I'm going to say add new. So you can give this a name. Now over here, we can give it a price. So notice that we have these products. So it depends what you want to make an order bump for. So I want to make the order bump for the first physical product. I'm going to create it. Now over here we have an option to show the display. So I can click here on add condition. So it's asking me to choose an item. So I can either choose a product or the price. Select the product, add condition. So here we have the discount percentage. So we can choose whatever we want here. It could be a fixed or percentage. So let's go with 50% for the order bump. We can also add the bump description. And then for my call to action, I'm just going to say add to cart. So like I said, what I'm just showing you right now is a paid feature, which allows you to add the order bump. And this is great for increasing sales on your shop. So imagine this. Let's say you're selling multiple products and someone has come to your website and they want to purchase a single product. So you can give them an offer with a discount. In this case, it's 50%. So this can entice them to purchase that product just before they make the final payment. Okay, so I'm going to say save order bump. Next, we have this option for upsells. So I'm going to click here on upsells. And again, this is a paid options. But if you just want to run a basic shop, then you don't need these upsells and collections. I'm going to click on add new to add our upsell funnel. All right, so let's just call this upsell and create. So now it's asking me to show this upsell on all purchases or on specific purchases. Okay, so I can choose this funnel for a specific. Okay, so I'm going to go for specific purchase. Click on add condition. So product price. In fact, I'm going to choose product. So I'm going to select my product here, add condition. So now that we have our product here, we're going to add our upsell offer. So I'm going to click on add product. So here you can add your title description, choose the product price. So here it is, discount percentage. So this is going to be 50% off. So now we also have other options here. We can skip it. It's already in order, or skip if it's already purchased. So this may be a very good option. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And now I can create my offer. So now we have further options. So let's say someone accepts this offer. We can add another product here, or if they decline, I can add another product here. So this is pretty cool. Now I can go ahead and save. And over here, you can see my funnel is active, but if I wanted to deactivate it, I can just click on deactivate over here. Okay, so the next part of this masterclass is to show you how to customize the rest of the pages, which are the pages that you see over here. So as you can see here, this is the basic layout, but we have the ability to go in and make some customizations. So I'm going to go in and start with the shop page. Now, notice that what I'm using here is the default Gutenberg blocks, but if you're using other page builders, you may want to go in and do this another way. Now, I've already done a tutorial, which I'll show you how to go in and customize your shop page or your dashboard using the Divi theme builder. All right, so let's go over here to the shop. So I'm going to go ahead and select it. So this now is taking us to the builder. So this is where we have the ability to go in and make quite a few changes. So if I click over here, you notice that we have our columns here. So we can decide how many products we need to have. So let's say it's 6. Now you can see here now this has been populated. So I can just drag it. Maybe I want to have 4. So it's nice and big. So that's pretty cool. Here we also have the option to sort our items. So if you want to add it, you can choose latest products here. In fact, let me just show you what it looks like over here. So this is where you click on the drop down. It shows you the latest, oldest, alphabetical, and so on. So we can either activate it or get rid of it. We can also add the products to show per page. And over here, we can also toggle the search. So you can see here it has disappeared and also appeared. Now, what's cool here is you can also show specific products. So let's say you want to show all your products. You can just choose this one, or you want to show featured products. So it is up to you what you want to go in and choose. So we have a bit of flexibility here. We can also go in here and add a bit of customizations here. We can go in, add, our text, our background image, or our background color. So these are just basics that we can go in and do. And on this actual page, you can also add another block. So let's say you want to add maybe a call to action. We can add it by just clicking here. And now our call to action has been added to the bottom. So we can further customize this. Maybe we want this centered. So let's say that's how we want our design to look like. We can just click on update. And then when we come back over here and refresh, you notice now we have our call to action on the bottom here. So we can populate this shop page by coming over here and making all our customizations. You can go further in here, give this some breathing space, and perhaps maybe add a background color. So let's just quickly go ahead and do that. So we're going to go in. So now we have added a bit of a background to our call to action. Okay, now let's talk about custom forms. So there are situations where you want to have a basic form. Like, for example, if someone is buying a digital product, they may not necessarily want to add their physical address because you're not really transporting a physical product. So what you can do now is to come over here to custom forms. So this is where you can go in, remove fields, add specific fields of the form that you want. So over here, we can either add a brand new one, or you can just go and edit the existing one. Okay, so we can come over here. Now, let's say you don't want the addressed part of this form. You can just click on it, and you can see here it has all the attributes and everything that you may need to customize. But in this case, we want to get rid of it completely. So I'm going to click over here and say delete. And now it's gone. All it's asking for us now is the full name and the email address. Now, I can also move this about. So let's say I want the full name first and then the email second. You can see now that the order now is correct. So once we're done with that, now you can click on update. Okay, so now let's create a brand new form. So I'm going to say Mac form. So we have two types here. We have a full page. So these are all the templates. So pretty much you can choose one and then go in and customize it. So this one is a donation one. This is an invoice. So we have several ones to choose from. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go with this one right here, the default one. So over here, we can also add a custom thank you page where you can just enter your URL over here. So once someone has finished purchasing, you can add them to a custom page over here, which is pretty cool. So now we can click on change template, click OK. Now on this next part, we can go to our thank you page and activate it and paste it over here if we need to. Now, one really cool thing here is, let's say you want to add a default product to the checkout page. You can just add it by coming over here. So let's say it's this a monthly subscription here. We can just add it by default, click on create, and let's publish it. So right now you may be wondering, so how do we add this form? Well, this form also has a shortcode. So you can place this wherever you want on your website. Finally, let's head over to our settings page. Now, this is where we're going to get quite a lot of things that we can go in and customize. So here we have the store details. So we can come over here and change our store name. We also have our URL, the currency, and so on. If you have a terms page, this is the good time to come over here and edit, and also the privacy policy page. Now, this is very important for an online store. Next, we have our design and branding. So here you can set your main brand color. You can also choose the theme. If you want to go for a dark mode, you can just select your dark mode here. Now, to remove the SureCart branding, this needs to be a premium feature. So obviously I can't go ahead and do that. So let's save this for now. Over here, it's talking about our cart. So you can use this icon here, or you can use this other one here. It's pretty much up to you. We can also have a floating icon, or you can have a menu icon, or both. So usually I like to set it as both. Next, we have our orders and receipts. So here we can set our numbering. So we can start from 001, and this could be sequential. Here you can add additional information on the footer here and also on the memo. On the upsells, we can also set a time limit here in minutes. Next, we also have the abundant checkout. So this here is very, very powerful, and you could use this to make some extra income, because sometimes people come to your shop and they may not purchase the product right away. So they'll be reminded by emails if you activate this feature. So you can see here, they get their first email within an hour, and then a day, and then 5 days. Next, here you can set your abundant cart checkout discount. This could be a 50%, 15% off, or you can set whatever percentage you want. And the discount duration, you can set this to 1. Now, what I like about this is you can go in here and customize the emails as well that are going out to your customers. Next, we have our notifications here. So the sender name, you can add your name. So in this case, I'm going to set this to Mac at Creative Astro and save. This here is where you manage all the notifications that you send to your customers. So product access emails, order confirmation, pretty much everything that you need to do here. We can activate the subscription renewal emails. Now, what is really cool here is, remember, we had the abundant cart emails or option. We can edit the emails over here. So if you click on edit, it opens up in the new tab, and you are now able to go in and customize this. So our heading here, you can see it says, did you forget something? So you can go in and customize all this. But notice that we have now come to our main SureCart website for this. So once you've done this, you can do a preview of this email, and this is what it looks like. It's quite neat. So you can see here, did you forget something? It looks like you left something behind, blah, 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 blah. And then this is the discount. So if they go to the checkout and enter this discount code, then they'll get the discount. All right, so we've come through to the end of our SureCart masterclass. So this is pretty much everything that you need to know about SureCart. Now, I also have other tutorials on how to use SureCart with Divi, for example, but I'll also be doing advanced tutorials where I show you how this is working in the real life. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments box below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.